Hi lovelies, welcome back to another episode of our Meal Prep Made Easy series. As you know, all month long I'm sharing brand new meal prep menus that can all be prepared on Sunday and then enjoyed throughout the week. Today's menu is inspired by the delicious flavors of East India. It's got a ton of warm, yummy spices. I think you guys are going to love it. The best part is the whole menu is vegetarian, so it is really perfect for all you vegetarian eaters out there. Keep in mind, all of the yummy recipes in today's menu, plus 5 additional menus are available in our third Meal Prep Made Easy ebook. If you haven't checked out the first and the second Meal Prep Made Easy ebook, I highly recommend you do that as well. All of the details are in the description box below, so take a look, but do that after you're done watching this delicious video. We're kicking off this week's menu with a really hearty lentil dish called Daal. Today we're making this in a slow cooker. If you don't have a slow cooker, don't sweat it at all. You can also make this on the stove. So we're going to get started with some beautiful red lentils in our slow cooker, and then we're gonna start building in some flavor. Today I'm using some finely diced onion, some minced garlic, and some grated ginger. When the 3 of these ingredients come together, you end up with flavor power. That's what I'm gonna call it, flavor power. Then we're going to add our spices. In this case, I'm using a combination of curry powder, ground cumin, ground coriander, turmeric, and some red chili flakes. If you're feeling brave, you can go ahead and add some cayenne to this. That would also be amazing. I'm gonna top this all off with some diced tomatoes and some veggie broth, some salt and some pepper, and then I'm going to give it a good stir. Put on the lid and turn the heat to high. This beauty will simmer away for 3 or 4 hours. Don't worry about overcooking it. The longer it cooks, the more flavorful it becomes. Because this recipe is totally vegetarian, it will last in your refrigerator for 4 or 5 days. I like to serve it over rice and then dull it up with some plain yogurt. For our main dish this week, I am making a protein-packed curry that is so easy to put together. It's got some quinoa and some chickpeas, some beautiful sweet potatoes, so a ton of great flavor. I'm getting started with a large pot on the stove over medium-high heat, and I'm just going to add a good glug of oil to it. Once that oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add some finely diced onion. I'm gonna cook that onion up until it's soft and translucent, and then I'm going to add my minced garlic, some grated ginger, and a whole lot of spice. I'm using some garam masala, some ground cumin, and some turmeric. I'm going to let all these flavors heat up for about a minute while stirring them constantly, and then I'm going to add some diced sweet potatoes, some carrots, some canned chickpeas that I've just rinsed and drained, and my quinoa. I'm going to top it all off with some vegetable broth and some diced tomatoes, and then I'm going to bring the mixture to a boil. I'm going to reduce my heat to medium-low and let this bad boy simmer away for 20 or 30 minutes, or until that quinoa is totally cooked through and almost all the liquid has evaporated. I like serving it topped with some freshly chopped coriander. The best part about this stuff is that it only gets better the longer it sits in the refrigerator, so it'll last for 4 or 5 days. You can eat it as it is, cold or hot. You can put it in a wrap if you wanted to, or just enjoy it with some fresh naan. Totally up to you. Next, I've got the perfect side dish for that gorgeous quinoa curry we just made. It's my cumin rice. It's really easy to prepare, but it is so super flavorful. We're getting started with a saucepan over medium-high heat, and I'm just gonna heat up some oil. Next, I'm going to add some whole cumin seeds. Now, basically, all I wanna do is toast these cumin seeds to let them release their flavor. It gets nice and warm and delicious. The moment you can smell them, after about a minute or so, it is time to add your rice and your vegetable broth. You're gonna bring all of that mixture to a boil, and then you're going to reduce your heat to low, put the lid on your pot, and let this simmer away for between 15 and 20 minutes, or until all the liquid has been absorbed. To finish this rice off, I'm simply adding the zest and juice of 1 lemon and some freshly chopped coriander. You can also add some salt and pepper to taste, and it is ready to be enjoyed. It will last in your refrigerator for up to 4 days and can really be enjoyed hot or cold, whatever you prefer. For my veggies this week, I am roasting up a whole head of super nutritious, super delicious cauliflower. I have cut it into florets and placed it on a baking sheet, and then I'm simply going to toss it with some olive oil and a whole lot of spice. In this case, I'm using some garlic powder, some curry powder, some ground coriander, some turmeric, and some ground cumin. It's important to give those spices a bit of a mix before you toss them over to make sure everything is coated evenly. I'm going to finish these off with a good sprinkle of salt and pepper, and then give it all a good toss. Into the oven it goes at 400 degrees for between 15 and 20 minutes, or until everything gets nice and crispy on the outside, but the cauliflower is nice and soft to bite into. This stuff is oh so delicious and such an awesome way to get more cauliflower into your diet. I actually love to eat it as a snack straight out of the fridge. Don't even bother heating it up. For lunch this week, I have a super refreshing cucumber mint salad. This cool as a cucumber salad is the perfect balance after all of those warm, toasty spice dishes. It all starts with a whole lot of cucumber. I have 2 whole English cucumbers chopped up in a bowl, and to that I'm adding some plain yogurt, some finely sliced red onion, some freshly chopped mint, some whole cumin seeds, and a good drizzle of honey. I love adding honey to this recipe because it adds just a touch of sweetness to something that's quite tangy. I'm also going to add some lemon zest and some salt and pepper, and then give this all a good stir. And if I'm being really honest, I forgot to add the lemon juice, so I'm just adding it now that I've stirred it. Not a big deal, everybody. Sometimes I forget things. Lemon juice, critical. You want that nice tang, a little bit of sour, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of salt. Beautifully balanced salad. It really does make a tasty lunch. For breakfast this week, I am making some mango lassi smoothies. Now, mango lassis are traditional Indian drinks. They feature, of course, a lot of delicious mango. This recipe all starts in my blender. I'm using some vanilla-flavored yogurt, a whole lot of chopped mango, and some almond milk. I'm going to top it with some vanilla protein powder, and the most important ingredient, a good sprinkle of ground cardamom. I'm going to blend this yumminess together, and then it can be stored in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days. I love this smoothie because, of course, it can be made well in advance because there's no bananas or avocados or anything in there to oxidize and make it brown. It'll stay beautiful all week long. These are such a nice, healthy way to start your day, and they are perfect to enjoy on the go. For my snack this week, I am making some really tasty roasted chickpeas. You may know that I'm a little bit obsessed with roasted chickpeas because when they come out of the oven, they're nice and crispy and super satisfying when you have a salty snack attack. So I'm starting with some canned chickpeas that I've just rinsed and drained, and I put them on a baking sheet. Then I'm going to toss them with a little bit of olive oil, some salt, and some garam masala. Give it all a good toss. Into the oven it goes at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. You'll want to give them a good shake 2 or 3 times during the cooking process to make sure that they cook evenly. Then you just need to let them cool, and you can store them in an airtight container for up to a week. They are a protein-packed way to get your snack on. I really hope you guys love this week's menu as much as I do, and that you will give it a try. If you do, don't forget to tweet me, Instagram me, or Snapchat me a photo because, of course, I love seeing your meal prep creations. Keep in mind, all of these fantastic recipes, plus 5 more original meal prep menus, are available in my 3rd Meal Prep Made Easy ebook. Don't forget to check out Meal Prep Made Easy 1 and Meal Prep Made Easy 2 for even more delicious ideas. And finally, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.